some of you go on the seat there. We just need to pay attention to have the camera. I want to have that job in the Bollywood, but I cannot dance, so I'm not going to work.
Madam is here.
In India, we have so many actors who can't dance, but they are actors.
Wants to do it.
They are concerned about it. Yeah. Get some like God for us. See the demo, Baba, you heard about this thing. So that's it.
Be careful, because if you start offering everything, you will say, okay, I want more and more and more.
No problem, I can't.
It can be abusing. Okay, everyone is here?
Yeah.
Now, we're having again good news. The growth of third level, someone can sit here. Third level was not growing very well. So as I have more trained eye, I can see that it's some zones start to forming, but for you will be most probably a little bit difficult. Anyway, I selected one plate here. The rest, other plates I put it back in the incubator. Tomorrow I will take care to do this, because you're going to be busy with a different part of the program. But I will take care to isolate more strains tomorrow. Now you can see that I mark on this plate a triangle here, the square, and I can pass this plate. You can see when you put it again. Just again, look. You can use it black background or white or just against the light, and you can see there's some tiny zones because the micrococos is not growing very well. Needs more time. If it's growing very well, it's easy. You see the contrast. But in this case, it's a little bit difficult. But you can see some of them, they already start to have something. Anyway, you're going to isolate some of these colonies. They're very difficult to see because you work with the bacteria and you're expecting big zone, but there's some kind of circle around the colonies that already started to showing something. This is why I need to grow better, because the micrococcus is not really very well grown. You see the face here, like someone that works in the area. Where is the zone? I want the better zone. Well, but anyway, you're going to isolate. Again, maybe 2 or 3 people from each group. We can take 1 or 2, one colony from every isolation. But it's been like 3 colonies here, next group 3, only from this plate. Rest of the plates I put it back. But now you see that you can see better individual colonies compared to yesterday, because they continue growing. Sometimes you need it like even 2 days to grow them better. Sometimes it's 1 day, it's enough. You don't have the recipe, you need to go and check them every time. Okay, before we start, we need to prepare our MRS, because we have the tubes empty. We have the MRS broth. So we need to distribute the broth to the tubes. And for each group, I will make only 3 tubes. And then for next, because to show to everyone. Normally, you can use it already measuring cylinder. This one is sterile. This is why I'm not taking out of the laminar. If I take, it's finished. Or you can use the automatic pipette. This pipette actually works with the tips that is 5 ml. But again, I can do it with pipette. It's so easy. I wanted to show you more difficult way. Pipette is easy. Everyone can do it with, but cylinder is a little bit more. So first of all, we need to be more or less sure where is the volume that we need. Okay, till here it's a 10. Sometimes I'm just taking marker and putting the volume that I want, because it's easy. If not, every time you're confused, you need to go very close and touch. So normally, since it's a laminar, you just transfer. Now remember the story that I was telling about long fingers. You can do it like that. Or if you work with the tubes that you can actually use these 2 fingers, but it's much more easy when it's a small tube. With the biggest tube, it's rather like that. So we need the 3 of them. In fact, in the microbiology, if it's 10 ml, so 9.9 or 10.1, it's not a really big deal because in this case we're not doing kind of analytical test, we're doing just isolation. So, but again, you need to be trying to work with the correct volumes. You cannot make one in 5, another in 10, another in 20. Just decide what the volume is appropriate for you and just do it over. Now, in this case, we're going to use this one. Remember the last one, you used the plastic one. This one is platinum. So now we're going to inside. Once going inside, we're going to use the up to red. Then we need to cool down on the top of the plate, and then we're going to isolate. Ah, by the way, I need to make one more because you're going to do 3, but I'm going to do 1 in the front, in the beginning. So I need 1 bit more. Need them, no choice. You need to burn. It needs to get really where the plate. Here's the plate. You wanted to have it for your lab?
No.
Actually, not only the top, we need to burn the entire. The top is very important, but the rest as well needs to be. Actually, several laminars, they don't allow anymore to use the flame inside because, but we don't have option because if it's biochemistry, it's okay, but microbiology we need it. They have some devices now that work without flame with ultra V, with ultra red, that you put them inside the ultra red and they sterilize. But listen, the fire is the best option. You see, it's starting to be red now. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, when it's already red, it means nothing will survive there. If it was bacteria there, it's already dead. Okay, now we need to cool down the lid. Always. I need to be sure that it's cooled down. If it's warm, you can kill it, the bacteria. So now, normally what I do, I drop the loop in the place there is no bacteria, just to be sure that it's a cool down. So now let me see whether one of this area, it's supposed to be a good one. So I'm going with the loop inside, and you want to touch the colony. You're going to really inside the area, and you take it out. And then, again, now it's a problem. We need to be sure that you're not going to touch the loop, only not in the wall of the tube, right? And you're just touching the inside, it's already enough. The problem is, okay, give me this empty tube somewhere. No, empty glass tube. One of them only. Okay, now I don't need it anymore, but I will first burn again to clean because I don't want nothing that I already touched to be on the. Okay, so now let me explain you outside because inside it's there. Now look about. When you go inside, this part is sterile, but not this. If you do this like and do that, what you're doing? You're contaminating the tube already. And when you, after that, you vortex, liquid will go up and you take everything. Everything that was here So I'm touching now here, you see, everything that I have on the fingers is getting here. You're doing this one. So actually bacteria from my fingers, they get to the inside. You vortex, and then it will be the bacteria that you selected, everything that I have on the fingers. It's correct? No. So this is two options. You have the tubes that are more bigger diameter, because when you go inside, you carefully just touch the liquid and take it out. Or you use the tube that you have more liquid. So you can just go this way and don't go so deep. Okay? There's another important thing. When you use the pipette, same thing. The tip can go in. Or if you go, you need to be in the middle, never touching. Never. Because this part, it's not sterile. Pipette is not sterile, only the tip is sterile. So when you do your job, you be, in case you can not go like that, you don't feel comfortable, you putting the tube in this way, you enter only the tip. And there was a colleague of mine in one very developed country. What he was doing, making work and then keep the tip inside. Stupid. Because this part been contacting the tip, and this is not sterile. The tip, the yellow part is sterile, but not this one. And this one touch the tip, and tip go inside, and you're losing everything. I'm not going to tell which country it was, but okay. This is just for demonstration for the next group. So now, important thing, you need to mark here. This was a group 1, right? Isolate 1. So who will be the next one? Who's going to isolate the next colony? Volunteers. 3 volunteers. You're sitting here, you will do it. So it will be G1, 2. And we're putting for the next 10. So you write G1, 2. Then you can make all the procedure. Don't worry, I will watch into you. She wants to be sure that not putting nothing extra.
Yeah.
Well, you can isolate from your skin the bacteria, but you need the permission from the ethical committee.
Yeah.
Sometimes they have very good bacteria on the saliva, on the skin. Could be a very good candidate. So you can take it more close to you if you want. But you need to come to the red color.
Yeah.
And at the same time, try to burn the rest of the packaging. Great. So now you need to pull down on the lid. Just take open, a little bit more inside the ladder, please. Little bit more, yeah. Okay. Pull down to be sure that it's really cool down.
No?
A little bit more, because it's very warm. I mean, the temperature will be most probably, I don't know, 400, 500 degree. Metal getting red. It's okay, fine. Now try to dip the loop inside. There is no bacteria to confirm that it's cold. Yeah. And then you go and pick one bacteria. Which one do you want? It's your choice. Since there is no good sounds to see,
I will go with this triangular.
Okay.
Here.
Just one bacteria. Now close the plate, because this is important, we need to keep it. Now remember, when you open with, you put the part, and then when you work in the micro or no?
No.
Okay. And now carefully, without touching, but the walls of the tube, you need to go and touch the liquid. It's enough. When you're touching the bacteria, it's already enough. Transfer. Yeah. Close it. Okay. Burn again the little bit to be sure that not. I mean, you need to be sure there's nothing left over on the equipment. Okay. Put it. Well, normally I will take something to help because it's better to have it. And I'll put it lying on the side. It's okay. It's okay. Normally using a stand for this, but it's not taking. Now you need to mark your tube. You can mark it in the beginning as well. Okay, will be G1, 2. Or G1A, 1D, 1C. Okay, we decided to. So later, if this isolates, giving activity, the bacteriocin will be called G112. So then you can put your name as well.
Okay.
Who is the next one? Okay. Just you. Share. Yeah, because we have fire now.
Yeah.
Well, it's a far away. It's not close, but again, please be. Yeah, it's a better option. Okay. Now, first at all, this case, mark the tube first. G13. Okay. Now you need to sterilize the loop. In the moment when it's starting to be red, you can take it out. It's taking time. This is why it's more easy to work with the plastic. But we have it plastic, it's over here. But then I wanted you to see how it's worked with the other way. If I will do it in the lab, I will do it with plastic because it's quicker. And I need to isolate, let's say, 50, 60 colonies. So I don't have this time to do it. So, but you're generating waste. I think it's already cold. You can try on the agar again. In the place there is no bacteria, you can dip it in the agar. Sometimes I have even put in some stereo plate just to cool down. And now you can just take it and select the colony that you like and do the same procedure. Okay, only once. Close the plate. Yes. Again, okay. And just, you touch the liquid, it's enough. Now you can, okay, exactly on the second stand. And now you need to clean your loop. Where is the third one? Okay. We have the volunteers. Because you was like smelling paper, article. But you see how it's important to have the long fingers in the lab. It helps a lot. You need to keep the lid, you need to manipulate you. Sometimes a little bit more inside the laminar, please. Okay? And you can sit comfortably if you want to put two legs behind to feel comfortable when you sit, because you're going to do this work all the day. If you don't feel comfortable, what will happen when your back will start to feel pain? Very often you can adjust your chair in the front of the laminar on the desk. Because if not, it's a long day. You're doing just we're doing now, I made it one, you made 3 colonies, but if you need to do it as a routine work, it's a lot. It's not funny to stay. She was using another technique that I like with the same hand. If you're comfortable, actually I prefer this one because the lead going too far when using the 2 hands. In this way, it's a very close and you can be controlling better. She will mark now. So G1, 4. Okay. Okay. Now tomorrow the girls from the lab will continue with the strains because with you it's finished, but they will let you know if it's something giving. And I will take care for the rest of the plates tomorrow, giving them more time to grow better.
Okay.
And you can maybe see if some good zones we can observe tomorrow, I will show you again.
Okay.
Okay. See you downstairs. And one more this side if you want.
Sir, your camera.
All of you? No? Okay. We're having, every time it's a good and bad news. The microfocus was not growing very well. So I decided to keep the plates for another 24 hours to have the better result. Again, since I have more trained eye, I can see better because I have experience. I already marked on this plate that you can see the better individual colonies compared to yesterday. And I marked some zones here that some of the colonies actually having kind of very tiny inhibition zone. You can see the plates, please do not open. Use the white background. If you want, you can go up to the light. You see the colonies is kind of very tiny inhibition zones around. We already isolated 4 colonies from this plate with the first group. We're going to isolate some with you. Tomorrow I will take care for the plates again because we're going to do with Santosh some purification procedures. And I will as well look the rest of the plates tomorrow again. I will do this work if needed myself tomorrow. So now I'm going to isolate 1 colony. Then 3 of you can do it as well, the procedure. It's okay? First, we need to prepare our plates. We having already tubes ready. And we need to distribute our MRS. I already marked here on the cylinder where is the 1 ml. 10 mLs. You can do it by cylinder, you can do it by pipette. This is easy way, but I want to make your life difficult, so I will do it with the cylinder. And in fact, you can even have the machine to do this. But machine makes sense if you're going to prepare 500 tubes. Do it with the machine. If you're preparing 10 tubes, 5 tubes, rather do it manually. So first of all, we need to distribute the. I always forgot that I need the additional ice. So I'm making 4 tubes now because I need 1 for me and 3 for you. You can decide who will be the 3 volunteers. Now, where's the plate? Okay. We're going to use the normal loop this time, not the plastic one. And this normal tube loop, you need first, you see it's how it's like same like other one. Only the problem, she's not sterile. So we put it on the fire, and when it's getting red, this means it's okay. Then we need to cool down using the tip lid of the tube of the plate. When it's important, when after that you're going to put the material inside, it's very important to don't touch the tube from inside because this part will be burned. It's like kill it, all the bacteria. But in this part, it's most probably, you see now I'm touching. Bacteria from my finger will go here. And if I do this, I'm putting this bacteria from the finger here, from here inside. And then you vortex what will happen. You don't have cultures from what is isolating, you have cultures from your fingers. Okay? Same thing with the pipette. When you work with the pipette, it's supposed to be only the tip that you have in the front to go inside. Never this part. You never do this because this part is not sterile. Tip is himself is sterile, but the rest is not. Okay, let's burn. Need to get red. Starting. But again, not only the top part, you need to sterilize the rest as well. First, top part needs to really get this red. Rest can be. And now it's important to cool down. Normally using the lid, and you're doing like that. Who was working in the micro already know these things, right? But who it's in the different area. And then you can always go and dip in the place that you don't have cold. You can use even another agar plate just to cool down. And now I wanted to have it some, and I'm looking where I marked some of them. Okay. You're going in the agar with the loop. Go inside with the colony and taking out. So my bacteria now supposed to be here. So I'm taking, and you can do it like that to go. Or you can go like that, but then you need to be sure that you're in the middle. You're never touching the rest of the tube, right? Depends how you feel comfortable. And then you need to clean it. I mean, then it's to get the red to clean. Because already for sure now we have bacteria in the top because we took it something. And when it's getting red, it means it's already Can you see the color how it's changed or not?
Yes. Yes.
Don't touch it, you'll be burning yourself. And now it's important to mark to know what is it. So this will be G2. And since we have like 1, 2, 3, 4 already, this will be G2, 5. So in case this culture will give something, we can go G25. Then who will be the next one? We'll do it. Okay, so you will be G2, 6. Okay, so if it's in case it's getting good, remember the number, you have right to continue. G26. Take it. So first of all, you need to observe the plate and decide which colony you're going to take. Choose one. Burn your loop. I think it's not the right expression to say burn your loop in English. But still, it's not sterilized. It must be, I mean, in my language, you have the specific term for this. And in English, I'm not sure what
Put your loop over the flame.
Yeah, put the loop on the flame till get red. So no, but go back again. I want to see it's really red. Okay. Now take it out, pull down on the lid. With the glass plate, it's actually better to pull down. With the plastic, it's a little bit tricky because sometimes can actually melt the plastic. You see, not always plastic is the best thing. Sometimes the glass is better.
Yes, glass is better.
But I mean, you need to wash the glass plates after that, to sterilize. Okay, now go and going like 90 degrees, going inside the agar and take the colony that you want. If you touch the liquid, it's already gone. You have bacteria transfer. You have billions on the loop when you take it. Okay? Now burn, put on the fire again. G26. Great. With the next. No one? Observe the plate first to see what you want. Make a choice of one colony, a good one. But they was growing better compared to yesterday. Yesterday was too small. Today it's much more better to see them. Okay, take the lid and pull down the lid. A little bit more. Okay, now go 90 degrees inside the agar with the loop where the colony that you want. Close the plate first. Doesn't matter. Give me the, I will do the demonstration. This one is okay. No, before we go to the next one, I will show you something that I actually had a group holidays on. When you work with the tube, you need to open inside. Normally, you can keep, since the tube is big, you can use it like that and keep it with the same hand. But you need to be very careful when you take this part to don't touch outside, neither touch your skin. Another option, when it's the big tube, it's more comfortable. You're taking like that here, and then you manipulate with these two fingers the rest. There's another. This is two options. When it's a small tube, you can use it in the same hands, like that. But with the big, it's quite difficult. In the big, it's better take it here with the small finger, and then with these three fingers, you manipulate the rest. Okay? I will use it for the demonstration. Okay, who is the last volunteer? Okay. Sorry. And you see, you choose the position that is comfortable for you to see. First, cool down. Cool down first. No. You need to cool down the loop on the lid first. You scratch the lid inside because it's too warm. No problem. Again, for me it's easy because I was doing this how many years? A year ago, 2 years ago.
Yes.
You do the genetic, you don't do too much this kind of work. So it's normal. Again, it's a stress for the person that everyone observing, even going on the video, transmitted on YouTube. But it's important to sit comfortable because when you're sitting, you sit for an entire day. And if you're not in comfortable position, you will be really giving up problems. Very often, just adjust the chair on the position that is for you, it's comfortable. Okay? Even if you just touch the liquid, it's enough. Have the billions of cells on your room and taking them out is okay. Now put in the front. Okay, it's okay. Burn again, and then you need to mark the tube. You can mark it in the beginning or in the end, how you feel comfortable. Sometimes you mark all the tubes and then you start isolating. You can use the masking tape, like a scotch.
We do this.
With the tape, right?
The masters will use to do this.
No,
First we mark the tubes, then after that.
There's too many. I mean, if I will do myself this work, I will test 5 or 6 products in the first day. I will need to use 50, 60 colonies, even 100. It's taking one full day.
Yes.
Will be G2 or 8.
G2 8.
So group 2 isolate in total 8. Okay? Thank you very much. And then you go down, code another group, and then after that we can discuss what's going on.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks. Everyone, some can stand here. Again, good bets. Always a good event. Micrococos was not growing very well. We put the plates. Someone can sit here. You're going to be my assistant. Okay? We put back the plates to grow better. Because since the micrococos is not growing very well, we cannot see really the growth of the inhibition zones. However, on this plate already, we're using one of the plates to isolation for everyone. You can see the colonies look much more better than yesterday because they got 1 day more. And I already saw that some slight inhibition zones around some of the colonies. So you see that they're already touching things in the agar because we isolated already 8 colonies from here. Yes?
Is it the inhibition zone?
No. I marked here with the, you can look from this side. There's some marks. If you look these colonies around this market area, you can see something around the colony. But again, you need to be trained eye to see it. Because it's not growing very well. It's difficult to see. I hope tomorrow we'll be able to show better. And I will isolate them more myself. Because you're going to have the different part of the one. But around some of the colony, you can see the cleaner zone. It's not, because it's not growing enough. Yeah, but they still not growing well. You can see it like micrococos is almost not growing. Because of the morphology, and after that we need to do the catalastase in gram, at least. For now, it's based on the morphology of the colony. We presume.
So, is it possible that bacteriocins maybe have something that inhibits micrococos?
Entirely. All of him, though. It cannot be so because we have several areas that is not colonies who we need to be grown. But only the reason it's growing slowly. But again, we have the chance tomorrow again. Now, we need to distribute the MRS in the tubes. We can use the pipette, easy way. You can have even automatic distribution, but I'm going to make it old-fashioned way using the stereo cylinder. So we're going to distribute 10 ml of the MRS in the vegetables. In several occasions, I prefer to autoclave the MRS already in the tubes. Because any manipulation that you're doing is a risk of contamination. So if you're going to work with too many tubes, you can actually distribute MRS and then autoclave. Okay, when you sit to work here, don't watch on me. I'm sitting on one side and doing, because I need to explain to you. When you sit, you can sit comfortably. You can sit completely putting you in this way because, I mean, twisted I like that is, if you need to do all the day, I will be in good health after that. No. And when you work in the lab, you need to feel comfortable. Now, when you work with this, who is working in microbiology already know, but who is not microbiologist need to explain. You have like not too much liquid inside. When you go inside, you need to touch the liquid. So you can go like that and touch it. But you see, I'm touching tube inside. Never do this. Because this part you're going to put on fire to be sterilized. But this part is not. I'm touching here, putting my bacteria on this part. I'm putting inside, touching. And my bacteria is already inside. Okay? And then another thing, if you feel comfortable, you can go a little bit like that, and you enter and you touch the liquid. If you feel comfortable. If you feel comfortable, it could be like that. You just touch is enough. Another important thing, when you manipulate the tube, It's okay. It's just demonstration material. This is not already. It's not a. It's just for demonstration, not for stereo. Okay, it's bad on the video, but it's happened. When you're manipulating, you need to have two options. One option, you're taking like that with the small finger, and you're taking out. Then with these three fingers, you manipulate what you need. Another option is actually to use like that. When you have the small tube and the small lid, you can do it like that. But it's important, if you're doing this way, you're not supposed to touch like that, not supposed to touch with your fingers, need to be really on the distance. With the small tube it's easy, with the big one it's not such easy. Because this way I prefer this method. And you understand why you need to have the big hands and long fingers. Because now one thing, another, let's say this is the loop. Imagine this is the loop. Here I have then this one, then you asking why you don't have more fingers and more hands. Okay, I will observe and I will choose a colony. We'll touch the colony, we'll take it out, and we'll inoculate. You're going to do after that as well. First of all, we need to sterilize. You're putting inside the flame. Need to get the red. And then don't forget the rest of the meat. I mean, it's better to get a little bit the rest as well. More important is the top, because the top will touch everything. It needs to be for sure, but you don't need to forget the rest. Now it's very warm, so normally you can take and cool down on the lid. Remember, in the microbiology, you had all these procedures. One is ready. I'm coming and I'm, okay, by choosing one colony, you're going like 90. And you just go and touch the liquid. Only. Enough. Okay. And then you still sterilize, because for sure now you have a lot of bacteria in the top. Okay. Now you're group number 3. So we're going to mark them G3. And this is isolates number 9, because we already have 8 in the beginning. So who is the next one? Okay, already competition. So with G3 10, G3 11, and then we have G3 12. Maybe if you're more comfortable, you first mark your cube. Then you can sterilize. Take the pull down, take a colony, move to the tube. Take a seat, sit comfortable. G310. Just remember after what number you have, because if something gives good results, remember who is the number of doing. Okay. Now you need to sterilize your loop. Need to get red. Don't touch it, it's so burning. Don't try it. Already visually it's select the colony that you want. It's already several of them been taken, so. But still there's several. Second volunteer. Wash your hands first with ethanol. And then you will tell me, we want the hand cream as a gift, right? Too much ethanol on the hands. There's no choice. In the microbiology, we need to take precautions. So you can mark will be G3. What was the last number? No, don't open out.
11.
Don't open outside, only inside.
How can we identify bacteria? How can we identify bacteria without any techniques? Or we have to go for HPLC?
No, we can do this test that I was telling you yesterday. You centrifuge, you have the supernatant, you neutralize, you do the thermal treatment, and you spot on the surface of the test organisms to see the zone. And then you do the enzymatic test.
Supernatant, how we can say there is only bacteria.
This is why you do the enzymatic test after that with proteinase to prove that it's a protein.
Okay, proteinase.
And then after that, you do the SDS page to see the approximative size. And now you're more or less sure. But already proteinase showing that you're having the protein structure.
Okay.
If you lose the activity after the proteinase.
Do we know about the molecular weight of bacteria?
Only after SDS page.
No, like control.
What is the standard weight?
What kind of controls you can use it? Use the pure bactericin, lysine. You can use
We don't have.
I can buy it. Supervisor can buy it. It's available. Or you
Actually, I'm working on fungicide,
okay.
so I don't have any control. And this is so costly, around 95,000.
I know. You can ask your colleagues that already have the bactericin that they characterize to provide you. This is the option as well. I mean, Santosh Tiwari have some bactericin that is already characterized, and they know that it's a bactericin, so he can provide you the little bit of the freeze-dried supernatant or something, and you can use it.
My supervisor told me to reverse it.
So the flame is
Okay, we can flame it again. Just put it look in the side.
it's not sterile.
Okay. Take some matches. You see, even at the long finish. No, I will do it. Take some weight. No. First, we stop at one. This can happen, and it's not like empty. So now this part could be very warm, so I need to be very careful. How we can open this?
Because let's go get
Okay, you can put it here even. Who will be the next one?
Landscape we find
When you do the calculation, you check that you correct the pH. And you do the operation pH, the temperature, and the enzymes. The enzymes showing that you destroy it. It's a problem. Then do the growth production, you do the sunlight, this killing. No, you first leave the tube in the rack. Okay, observe the plate to see what you want to take from the plate. And then you can do all the work. You do the SDS page, it's not good. Okay, you can do the absorption studies as well. And the characterize. No, you can do it. It's excellent. But again,
I have by the because I don't know what
no. Don't do this. Put it back the plate. You're doing something wrong. Close the plate. Close the plate.
Close the plate.
Don't put the fingers inside the plate. Sterilize again the loop. Look on me now. Just take it out of the fire. It's no problem. When you take the loop, you're going like that inside the agar, like that. Not like that, because colon is between the first and second layer, and you're trying to take something from the surface, it will be Micrococcus luteus. So you need to dip it the inside perpendicular, like the 90 degree, touch the colon and take it out.
Okay.
So now you look, it's red, cool down the loop, cool down on the lid. Okay. More, little bit more. It's not cool down. It's very warm. More, even more. Yeah. Now, okay. Now you go perpendicular inside, 90 degrees. Yes. And go in the agar, up to the colon. Colon is not on the surface, and only once. Okay. And when you're closing, don't put the finger inside the lid. No, don't worry. If she drinks,
It's the first time.
yeah, it's understandable. But maybe it will be some even better strain in this case. You never know. You marked the tube already?
Yes.
Okay. So we need to get again the red. You can see this. This is actually the best way.
so there is a lot of benefit.
Yes.
I cannot find this.
I will tell you which one you need. Okay. So the group number 3 was successfully doing. Down there once. You're going down, call the group number 4, and then we can have the session downstairs. Okay, sir. On the reverse face, you're going to connect all the things that you want, everything. choice. But you think it's easy? You wash only once. I wash every group again and again and again. When you manipulate here, this time we're going to use the normal microbiological loop because it's just to you to know how to use it. Who was already using this in the lab? Important thing when you're going inside the tube, you can need to go really in the middle, touch the liquid and go up. In the moment when you touch the lids, gone. Because this part we're going to put on fire to sterilize, but this part is not going to be sterile. Now touching, putting bacteria from my skin to the loop, doing this and touching inside, I'm automatically transferring bacteria from here. It's not anymore working, right? Then another important point, when you're manipulating the tubes, this is a demonstration, you need to take care how you manipulate. Normally they have a technique in the microbiology with a small finger, you're taking the lid and you're taking out. And with this finger you're manipulating the rest, like that. You see? Sometimes when you have the smaller tube, you can do it like that. But with the smaller tube, with the bigger tube, it's not easy. And this is how I was making this joke on the first session. You need to have the long fingers. It's helping a lot. You see, I need to keep it this, I need to manipulate with this, so it's kind of tricky. But I mean, who's going to decide to work in the microbiology? You have the practice and you realize you don't think anymore, you're doing automatically like that. Because if you touch it like that, it's already gone. It's not. This part here that is inside, not supposed to touch nothing on the inside. This is there to be sterile. Another important point, you see I'm sitting on the front of you because explaining, and I will manipulate like that, it's wrong. It's supposed to be like that and comfortable because doing this work, very often you need to do it like 7 or 8 hours. And if you're not comfortably sitting, obviously you're going to have the problem on the back, and it's not that good. You can correct the chair to be way to be comfortable because it's important for your health as well. Okay, now first point, we need to distribute our MRS, raw media, inside the tube. We can do it with a pipette, 5 ml. This one is 5, yes. We can do it with an automatic distributor, but this makes sense if you make like 500, 600 tubes. If you're making only 4 tubes, that's not a big deal. Sometimes I prefer to distribute the MRS and then autoclave, and then it's ready. But in some situations, it's better to have it MRS in this way, and you distribute, and we're going to use the stereo. You see opening. We decided to use only one plate for everyone because the micrococcus was not growing very well. So you can see the colonies can see much more better than yesterday. And most probably micrococcus will grow better till tomorrow. And you can see the better inhibition zones tomorrow. But if you look, I mark here like a small area. If you look carefully, you can see the colony growing and some tiny inhibition zone around. You can observe them. Please do not open. You can put it on, but again, I have trained eye for this. Much more experience, so I can maybe see it for you. It's a little bit difficult, but I hope tomorrow will be some other place with the better. So we just randomly isolate some colonies now. Just only one place for everyone. And the rest of the plates I put it back to the incubator and hope tomorrow we'll have some better way to show you. Because tomorrow you're going to do the purification system together with Santosh. No, we have the microbiological loop. We're not going to use the plastic, just to have the experience how it's with traditional one. Important to put on the fire to sterilize the top part is to get the red. Please do not touch it. Don't check the temperature. It's a very high. But again, you need to make this part red, but don't forget the rest. So you're passing several times like that in the fire, and then you keep it the top part to get red. Okay. Once it gets red, you need to cool down inside the lid because the lid is sterile. Well, not anymore sterile because it's having bacteria from the inside maybe, but you need to use the lid to cool down because if it's too warm, you will kill the bacteria, obviously. One is cooled down, you're taking and you're putting the loop inside perpendicular at 90 degrees. Because some students, they try to do it like that. No, bacteria is in between the first and second layer. So you need to go deeper like that, touch the bacteria and go out, okay? I need to. So I'm going like that. Inside and taking out. Already I have enough bacteria on the top of my loop. And now I'm going, look. Just touching inside is enough. But taking care to don't touch inside the tube. Then I need to sterilize the loop again. Need to get rid. Okay, and I need to mark the tube. So this is group 4. So will be G4. And we have the order of isolation. They will have 9, 12. This is G4, 13. So isolate number 13 from the group G4. Okay? So next one, so just a second. It's a little bit confused now, okay? Okay, this is 13, okay? Who will be the next? So I need to wash the hands again. Who is the volunteers? Okay, so what you need to do, first you can observe the plate, select the colony that you want, sterilize the loop, pull down the loop, take the colony, move to the tube, sterilize the loop again, and then mark the tube. If you want, you can mark it in the beginning, no problem, it's your choice.
Should I just start right here?
Huh?
Should I just start right here?
Yeah. Needs to be. Because we have fire, so and we have the air conditioning inside the laminar. Maybe air can take your hair inside, and then I don't want to see the problems. There's already several of them taken, but still have enough colonies. You know the laminar box making permanent flow inside, and when you're very close, you can actually go inside. And the main is much more easy, short hair. Inside the laminar, don't put the lid inside. Push the lid inside. No, lid. Okay. You know, this kind of work is coming with the practice. When you're doing in the beginning, when you don't have too much experience, you can make errors in the beginning, but with time, with the practice, it's getting more and more and better and better. We're having plastic loops is much more easier. But you need to be always ready. Sometimes it's supply, maybe not supplying the plastic loops. And you to do the work, you need to use the platinum. So it's G4.
Number 14.
Yes. Who is the next one? Okay. I will go in the back. Observe the plate, select what you want to have it. Then sterilize the loop. It's getting red. Okay. Pull down with the lid. It's finished. With the next. Who is it? Even the girls, when you do this work, you can put your hand between your clothes and the laptop even. Sometimes it's now you're working with the laminar flow, so you have more space. But if you work outside only with the flame, you need to do everything around 20 centimeters around the flame, everything. Opening the plate, manipulate everything, so it's even more difficult. Well, but these things coming with the practice. You can use even gas as well. Could be.
So these bacteria are heat sensitive.
Yep, but you burn them. I think killing bacteria is only authorized things to kill in the cook, especially the pathogens. Once I put on the Google, how to kill Listeria monocytogenes. Actually, it's not in Google, in artificial intelligence. I received the answer, you're not supposed to kill the person. And then I wrote, Listeria monocytogenes is a pathogenic organism. Thank you very much for clarification. Now I can explain. No, I will stop it. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to put all these tubes to incubate for 24 hours. Tomorrow, girls from the lab will take care to put them in glycerol for protection. Tomorrow, you're going to do the purification with Santosh Tiwari. I will check the rest of the plate and isolate if something is good. So we can have more, but then the laboratory staff will check if it's really production of the bacteria. Okay, you can go downstairs, and a few minutes I'm coming down with organizing thing here, and we can continue with the questions that you have. Okay?